Hi guys, if you plant-based vegan people enjoy salmon, but of course we cannot eat it anymore, or we don't want to eat it anymore, we don't want to cause the suffering and eat unhealthy flesh, this is a great replacement. I saw this recipe. This recipe is not mine. It's from the Edgy Vegan. She has a Instagram channel, she has a YouTube channel, she has a huge following. I used her recipe for the marinade, but I made the carrot salmon lox a little differently. I think it's a little better. So you'll see, but this is her recipe. The recipe also included a nori powder. I did not have a nori powder. You can just take nori sheets and put them in a blender and blend them up. It took a little while. I didn't want to blend because they're just dry sheets. I just shook up the blender a little bit for 2-3 minutes and I got my nori sheets, nori powder. So these are the ingredients. You can just stop the video and screen them, or you can look below the video. So this is how the nori powder will look like. These are the green sheets, the seaweed. Just blend them into your blender, and then I'll make so many that I'll have for the next time. So these are the dried ingredients: the nori powder, the white miso paste, the garlic powder, and let's see what's in here, and of course the granules, and sea salt. Yes, those are dry ingredients. And now I'm adding the wet ingredients, which is hot water, 3/4 cups of hot water, boiling water. Then I added some fresh lemon juice. It was 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Next I added rice vinegar, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar. And this is the soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, or tamari if you're gluten-free. And the last wet ingredient, not last, second last, is the brine from the capers. So even if you don't enjoy the capers, you have to add the liquid from the capers, the brine. And since fish are oily, you will need 1/4 cup of olive oil. So this is your marinade. Just mix it really well. The miso paste needs to be incorporated, so just mix it for a little bit till everything is incorporated and nice and all mixed up. And just put your marinade aside and let it kind of zhuzh together. And next we're going to take our carrots, and this is the change I made from the Edgy Veg. She cooked the carrots the whole, but before cooking I sliced them because it was so hard to slice the cooked soft carrots. So just press down so they're paper thin, but kind of, you don't want them super thin. You want them, so you want to press down really hard on the peeler, but you get these lox, like salmon lox, carrot lox. So cut them fresh instead of the way she did it. She cooked them first. So here are my salmon lox, carrot lox. So they're kind of pliable and soft, and you will cook them in a salted water for exactly 3 minutes. And after that, you want to prepare your ice bath while they're cooking. You will fish them out and immediately throw them in icy water so they stop cooking, because they will continue to cook if you don't do that, and they'll just become mush and you won't be able to use them. So you see how pliable they are. They look like salmon, you know, they already look like that. They're very pliable and soft. You want to dry them really well. You don't want them to be too wet because it will dilute our marinade. So just dry them a little bit, and after you drying them, then you will add them to the marinade we just made. So it's that easy. Just put them in your marinade, and it would be best if they can get marinated overnight. So you can do that overnight in the evening, and in the morning you can have your salmon lox with your cream cheese and bagels. So let them zhuzh and marinate for at least a few hours, but overnight. And then I made my homemade cream cheese, which is 1/2 cup of raw cashews, juice of 1 lemon, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 cup of plant-based milk, unsweetened, unflavored. So first, if you didn't have time to soak your cashews overnight, just boil them for 20-30 minutes So after they're boiled, you will drain them, salt with lemon juice and a little bit of plant-based milk, just quarter of a cup of plant-based milk. And that is your homemade cream cheese, which you can use to make your salmon lox. I didn't have bagels, so I just used whole wheat, whole grain bread, which was amazing. It really made it, I mean, it was almost better than bagels. So I just added my plant-based milk and I added the salt, added the lemon juice, and you will have a hard time blending it. You're gonna have to stop or shake the blender, you know, and by the few minutes you will have your homemade cream cheese. So this is another recipe for cream cheese. So this is how I made my lox. Your whole wheat bread, added some cream cheese, salmon. If you enjoy my channel and you like my recipes, please subscribe and like, and I hope to see you in my next one.